This is WZBP and WZOP breaking news. News just coming into our newsroom. Earlier on, the news coming that there has been a 5.2 magnitude earthquake that hit sections of Jamaica. We have seen videos and a lot of things coming into our news center here. That a 5.2 magnitude earthquake has hit sections of Jamaica. We're also seeing class at the University of the West Indies in Jamaica has been suspended because of the earthquake. We're also seeing on the Nationwide News Network, that's Nationwide News Network, we've seen where the CEO, Mr. Clifton Hughes, was doing his program, and you can see the video that we have in our hand here that Mr. Hughes went down on the floor, and you can see the video, shaking because of the earthquake. We're also hearing that the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston has been suspended also because of the earthquake. That's a 5.2 magnitude earthquake have hit sections of Jamaica. The Supreme Court downtown Kingston has suspended its operation. The University of the West Indies Mono campus has also suspended its operation, and you can see a video that we have coming in that students have come outside. This is something that we need to take serious. We need to take this serious, very, very serious. I'm trying to get Mr. Evan Thompson of the earthquake unit and the disaster preparedness out there in Jamaica to give us an update. But we can also see videos coming into us that buildings downtown Kingston, some of the buildings in downtown Kingston has been affected. We can see supermarket shelves, a lot of stuff is coming out of the shelves and so forth. This is breaking news out of Kingston City, Jamaica. A 5.2 magnitude earthquake hit sections of Jamaica. The earthquake was felt in Haiti, Cuba, and section of the United States. That's a 5.2 magnitude earthquake has just hit sections of Jamaica. And the earthquake was felt in Cuba, Haiti, and sections of the United States. This is very serious. We're trying to get a hold of the head of the Jamaica Earthquake Unit at the University of the West Indies. I'm getting a confirmed report that the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness, will address the nation shortly. There's a confirmed report coming into us that the Prime Minister of Jamaica may address the nation shortly. A 5.2 magnitude earthquake has just hit sections of Jamaica. It is very serious, and we're praying for family members in both Jamaica and Cuba and Haiti. But based on what we're getting into a new center here, that sections of the country has been hit, and we can see wherein I think that I'm being told that some roads are impossible because of landslides and rocks in the road. But as soon as we get more news, we will pass it on to you. The news that is coming into our news center that sections of Jamaica, well, the entire Jamaica has been rocked with a 5.2 magnitude earthquake. And on confirmed report that the Prime Minister of Jamaica may address the nation. We're trying to get that into us to figure out if that is so. And as soon as the Prime Minister addresses the nation, we will bring that to you on WZPP and WZOP. That's the Prime Minister of Jamaica may address the nation because of what happened this morning. Our nation and other nations need God. Jamaica is in a crisis. And, based on what we're getting into our newsroom here, we can see videos. I wish I could show my YouTubers the videos, but because you know, everything just came up to us. I switched the conversation I'm going to have today to what is going on in Jamaica. To what is going on in Jamaica. We can see videos coming into us that on, you know, some of the supermarkets, their shelves, you know, items dropping off the shelves. We can see a video coming in from Nationwide News in Jamaica, where the CEO, Mr. Clifton Hughes, was doing his program, and he ended up have to, you know, go down on the ground because of the earthquake. There is something serious happening in Jamaica right now, and you know, as I said before, we're trying to get some information out of Jamaica. We're going to try and get a hold of the head of the earthquake unit at the University of the West Indies in Jamaica. But, you know, majority of the people that we're getting videos from, this is what is going on. A section of the Bull Bay Road is impossible because of the rocks that come down in the road. And I'm being told that sections of roads in Stony Hill, in St. Andrew, is impossible also because of rocks and landslides. This is serious. This is serious. This is absolutely serious. A 5.2 magnitude earthquake. Anyone out there who has any information towards the earthquake, you can, if you have my private number, you can call my number, or you can call 850-446-0562. That's 850-446-0562. If you're just joining us, this is what we're having coming into us. That this is WZBP and WZLP breaking news. A 5.2 magnitude earthquake hit Jamaica this morning. That's a 5.2 magnitude earthquake has hit Jamaica. We can see videos coming into us that the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston was disrupted because of the earthquake. Classes at the University of the West Indies was disrupted. We can see where Nationwide News, Mr. Clifton Hughes was on his program, and that was disrupted because of the earthquake too. That is what we're getting in. We, as I said before, unconfirmed report. I'm not sure as yet, but as soon as that is coming into us, we will bring that to you live. That the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Most Honorable Michael Andrew Holness, will address the nation. If my good friend out there in Jamaica is listening to us, Luke George Cook, Mr. Cook, if you can give me a call on my private number here, sir. I want to know if everything is okay in your neck of the wood. But we're seeing videos coming into us that does not look good at all. Where some buildings downtown Kingston, we can see, I think there's a school somewhere in Kingston. We can see the crack in the building. The crack in the building, you know, because of the earthquake. Ladies and gentlemen who are listening to us, both here in South Florida and around the world in the Eastern Caribbean, news just coming into our news center that a 5.2 magnitude earthquake hit sections of Jamaica, parts of the United States, and Cuba and Haiti. This is what we're getting in. We on our news center here, the WZBP radio station news center here, we're trying to get a hold of the earthquake unit in Kingston, head of the earthquake unit. Hopefully we can do so. But this is what we're getting in. That a 5.2 magnitude earthquake has just hit sections of Jamaica. We're also seeing here where the said class at the University of the West Indies was disrupted because of that. And the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston. And I'm pretty much sure that other parts of Jamaica has been disrupted because of this earthquake. An estimate 5.2 magnitude earthquake was felt in Jamaica at 10:53 a.m. this morning. That's according to Google Earth. According to the alert, the quake was felt in Haiti, Cuba, and sections of the United States. And I'm just been handed a piece of paper here that it is a possibility that the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness, may address the nation. We're going to see if we can get a hold of the Jamaican consulate up here, Mr. Oliver Muir, to see if he knows anything else is going on in Jamaica. We're going to see if we can get a hold of him. I hope my producer can help me to get a hold of Mr. Oliver Muir, the Jamaican Consul General here in South Florida. But this is what is happening this morning, this afternoon, that a 5.2 magnitude earthquake has hit sections of Jamaica. You know, and it has disrupted a lot of activities down there. We're gonna, as I said before, we're gonna see if we can get a hold of somebody down there. This morning I was gonna talk about what is going on in Jamaica, you know. And because of the news that just reached us, I switch gear. I switch everything to bring the breaking news to our listeners, both on the radio station here, WZBP and WZOP, and the Make We Talk YouTube channel. I want to say good afternoon to all my friends and family on the YouTube channel. Thank you all very much for joining us. It's Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Go there, like, share, and subscribe. If you're just joining us from anywhere around the world, if you listen to us from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean, news just reaching us. Well, it's still news that a 5.2 magnitude earthquake has hit sections of Jamaica. We can see here now, oh Lord, matters in the Supreme Court have been adjourned. Thus, matters in the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston has been adjourned because of what is going on with the earthquake. This is WZBP and WZOP breaking news. Yes, this is where we're getting in. That news is coming into us that the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston has matters at the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston has been put on hold. We are trying to get some other news in. Hopefully we can. But based on what is going on here, that, you know, videos coming out of Jamaica, some look good and some don't look good at all. But the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston has been put on hold. Matters has been put on hold because of that. I'm going to play a clipping coming into us via the Nationwide News Network from the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston. I'm going to play a clipping coming into us here.
It can be properly occupied. Given the circumstances in that we don't have the relevant persons on spot as yet to do that check, we're asking that persons very orderly re-enter the building, collect your things, and instructions are given that court will be adjourned for today, and persons are asked, registry staff, etc. They are asked to go in, secure their material and all equipment, and then they will be permitted to leave. The registry of the Supreme Court, unfortunately, will be closed for the rest of the day. So very orderly people, very orderly.
There you have it. There you have it, that the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston is closed. The Supreme Court in downtown Kingston is closed. We are here trying to figure out the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston. We do not know if classes at the Mona campus at the University of West Indies is closed. We don't know if classes are closed for the day. But what we're getting here, what the news network here, WZPP and WZOP, along with the Make We Talk program, is getting, that the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston is closed for the day. If you're just joining us, news just reaching our newsroom that the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston is closed for the day because of the 5.2 magnitude earthquake that hit Jamaica this morning or a short while ago. This don't look good. Let's pray and hope that everything is okay. Let's pray and hope everything is okay. I am not sure, but news reaching us, unconfirmed report reaching us, that the Prime Minister of Jamaica will address the nation. And as soon as he addressed the nation, we will bring that news to you. We will bring that item of news to you. We're getting some news here that he may address the nation. Let's see if we have any more news coming into us. Hopefully we can get a hold of somebody in authority to address the members of the Jamaican diaspora here in South Florida pertaining to what is going on in Jamaica. But based on what we're hearing, about an hour ago, an estimate 5.2 magnitude earthquake was felt in Jamaica. That's according to the Google Earth alert. According to alert, the earthquake was felt in Haiti, Cuba, and sections of the United States. Videos that we're getting into our news center here is that some structural damage have happened. We're also hearing in the report that they are closing the Supreme Court building downtown Kingston to have people to go in there and assess the damage. If there is any damage, to assess the damage. But based on what we're getting out of Jamaica to our phone here, that some buildings are damaged or have been damaged. So that is what we're having here. That's what we're getting here. You know, I got up this morning to prepare my program, and when the news reached my phone, I immediately investigated. I immediately switched everything around, and I bring the breaking news to our members of the Jamaican diaspora in South Florida and around the world in the Eastern Caribbean about the 5.2 earthquake that hit Jamaica. We're going to see if we can get a hold of a member of the news team in Jamaica also. Hopefully we do so before the program ends. But if you're just joining us, pray for Jamaica. Pray for Haiti, pray for Cuba, pray for America. Pray for Jamaica. Pray for the land of wood and water. The numbers to call if you have anything to discuss, the numbers to call are 850-446-0562. That's 850-446-0562. We wish we could get somebody from the Jamaican diaspora to address the Jamaican diaspora here. Hopefully we can get somebody in authority to speak to members of the Jamaican diaspora on what is going on in Jamaica. We are trying. We're working the phone. We are working the phone right now to see if we can get a hold of the Minister of Information or somebody to address or tell what is going on. I am trying my endeavor best to get a hold of Mr. Evan Thompson from the Disaster Preparedness and the Emergency Management and the Earthquake Unit in Jamaica to speak to us. But this is what is going on. 5.2 magnitude earthquake hit Jamaica this morning. Somebody sends a wake-up call. My God, let's pray and hope it's not really a wake-up call. Oh Lord. Apparently, this is the cement factory in Rockfort. I'm getting a video coming into us from the cement factory in Rockfort. Oh Lord. Apparently, I don't know what this is, but this is a video coming into us from the cement factory in Rockfort in Kingston, Jamaica. Well, apparently one of the I'm trying to remember the name of the thing where the smoke comes through. Apparently one of that is down. Apparently one of that is went down or something. But this is what we're getting here. Videos coming into us from all over the place. This is not looking good. 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 It's now 1:28 in South Florida, 12:28 in Kingston, Jamaica. News just reaching us. An update. I'm trying to get some confirmed here. I'm trying to get something confirmed here. There's a video coming out of Kingston, Jamaica from the cement factory in Rockford. This don't look good to me at all. Let me find out if my producers can verify what this is. I have a call coming into us here. Hold on for me. Good afternoon. Welcome to Make We Talk.
Hi, Jeff. How are you doing?
Oh, good afternoon. Consul General Alvamir. Welcome to the program, sir. On the circumstances that we're having here with a 5.2 magnitude earthquake that hit our country, sir.
Yes. Yes, boy, it really just underscores how quickly, earthquakes can hit us from very unexpectedly. And, I first thing I did when I heard, reached out to my mother.
Yes.
And I didn't get whether I got my brother.
Yes. Hold on for me, Consul General. I may have to take the commercial break. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, well, I'll be brief. So let me get all the reports. One powerful thing about social media, you can hear different experiences being circulated, and everybody was definitely shaken up. I'm told it was long. Yeah. I've heard 5.2, and I've heard some other numbers of 5.7 being banted about. But certainly lots of cracks. Just speaking to a relative, he has identified a number of cracks in his house. And some offices have also reported cracks. So it was a strong shake-up.
Yes, it was. Because based on what we are getting, some videos we're getting here, I see wherein Cliff Hughes was doing his program and he had to literally dive down. I can see where, I think this is coming out of Stony Hill, where some rocks are in the road right now.
Right,
yeah.
Yes.
And also, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and that's one good thing, Jeff, about social media. We're able to get live reports from the community via TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I saw that video with Cliff Hughes. I watched it, and he did the right thing. He was right under the desk immediately.
Yes.
So kudos to Cliff. But just show you how quickly it happened, and was a great shake-up. And we just have to encourage everybody back home to be careful, because normally, unfortunately, after one earthquake, sometimes you have another one that follows shortly after.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's true.
So, let's continue to listen to the advice of the authorities on these matters, but we should all know the procedures of an earthquake.
True.
And we saw Cliff Hughes immediately jump into gear, and he went down to the table.
Yes.
Which is advisable. So check on your loved ones. Those who are in the diaspora, make a call to your loved ones. So let them know that we're thinking about them and that they're okay. And certainly as I get reports, Jeff, if you have any other updates, certainly make you aware of the diaspora aware, but we just have to continue to be in prayer that this is the last of it and that all loved ones are safe.
Well, that's true. Let's pray and hope that way. Consul General, before I make you go, because I know you're a very busy person, do you? I'm getting an unconfirmed report here that the PM may address the nation. You have any idea if that is so, sir?
No, not. You mean on the earthquake?
Yes.
Oh no, you might be advising me. Your producer just called and I said you guys wanted an interview, and he's always a yes. But yes. if that were the case, I would definitely welcome it, and that would be most appropriate to lay a lot of the fears, because as we speak, I mean, as you know, the dean of the consular core group, and even within our WhatsApp group, about 5 videos have already gone in from the different Caribbean islands. So people are circulating the videos quickly. There's concern, and rightfully so. And so I'm sure we'll be hearing from the authorities ongoingly about what has taken place, the extent of the damage, and any advisories that should be issued. So those here in the diaspora, us here, I would just encourage us to check on our loved ones, make sure that everybody stays tuned to all advisories, and be aware of the necessary precautions that we take in an earthquake, which there are not many, unfortunately. But we just have to stay tuned to any advisories that will come out and be aware. But from my knowledge, normally when you have one, there are times when others follow. So you have to always be careful. Be careful of any other one that could follow suit, and just be aware of our surroundings, the exit routes for whatever building you're in, and where you go under. And not just in Jamaica, but earthquake can happen anywhere at any time. So it's something we all need to be aware of, or evacuation routes, etc. So I'm a call away, Jeff, and any updates. And certainly, if that report is taking place with PM, we'll welcome it. And
because
if I hear before you, I'll certainly give you a call.
Please do. You what I'll do, I'll WhatsApp you, and that is my number and so forth. But
Sure.
what we want to do, if the PM is addressing Jamaica, we'd love to bring it live on WCB and WZOP for him to address the Jamaican diaspora up here too, because we up here, we need to know what is going on.
Right.
Yes.
Well, the good thing, Jeff, is that any of these messages now, and anybody listening, gone are the days where people don't have access to information, because everything now is on social media. Everybody's page goes live to the world, and so I would strongly recommend persons listening to ensure that you always like the page, like for example the Facebook or Instagram page for the Prime Minister. So all updates. Whenever he's going live, you can see it. My page, Mayor Oliver, Instagram and Facebook, and then the Consul General of Jamaica. It's good to like all of these pages so you have access to all sources of information. So whichever one comes forward first with the info, you'll have access to it. And but that once there is information generally, just like interviews and stuff ongoingly, that our office is firmly behind ensuring that those interviews are set up and we can facilitate as much information as possible coming to the diaspora on an ongoing basis. So for this situation, I would say that, boy, let us stay tuned to the page, his page or GIS, because those always go live to everybody globally.
Yes, true.
So we can all watch at the same time,
True. And what I'll do also, I will definitely keep update on the GIS YouTube channels and Facebook and the PM to see what is going on, and also your page to Consul General.
Very important, very, very important. Always good to know and stay in touch. So anything breaking, we can all hear and keep on top of the latest. That's one powerful thing about social media. The world kind of gets to hear almost at the same time, and it's information that is decentralized. But definitely from the PM going live, I'm sure everybody would have access to it at the same time, which is a good thing.
Consul General, I know you're going to go, but before you go again, if just in case, God forbid, that some disaster should happen, another earthquake should happen, and the big disaster happen, God forbid, are we prepared here in the diaspora to assist our countrymen?
Well, I would say yes, definitely to that. I mean, because one good thing to us about us, Jeff, is that we have the largest diaspora group in the Caribbean right now in the United States. We've surpassed 80 in terms of numbers. Why do I say that? Because there are a lot of diaspora groups, for example, even Food for the Poor on a weekly basis. So lots of stuff sent down to Jamaica consistently, and we have a lot of diaspora groups here who always send down to address different needs in the community. So that is ongoing, and sometimes we don't understand the extent of it. So I use this opportunity just to say thanks to all the different groups, the diaspora groups who continuously give, and may not necessarily always get the recognition for it, but they do it from the goodness of their heart. So are we fully set up? There's always room for more.
Yes.
But certainly if there was a drive just to say, well, there was a major need and we needed to get stuff to Jamaica, definitely we continue to be in a position to send down goods quickly, and Food for the Poor is just one example. The head office is right here and well equipped, well advanced. Food for the Poor is in 18 different countries, but the origins are in Jamaica. And several times we have had to send down stuff for hurricanes, and we have used it via that particular route. Luckily, we haven't had a major hit in a long time.
Yes.
Knock on wood, and thanks to God.
Indeed.
But certainly when we have had some little shake-ups, weather shake-ups and stuff, we have been able to get things done. And through like the Nurses Association, they send out things on a regular basis, and we use those groups. So several groups who send down, Jeff. So we are prepared if there was a need for a coordinated effort.
Thank you very much, Council General Mr. Oliver Mayer. Thank you for coming on, sir, to update our Jamaican diaspora what is going on in Jamaica with the 5.2 magnitude earthquake that felt in Jamaica today. Thank you so much for coming on, sir.
Thank you for having me on the program. And one love to all the listeners, as always.
Thank you so much. That's Jamaican Council General Mr. Oliver Mayer for coming on to our program to tell us about, if there should be a crisis in the land of wood and water, we can assist our beloved country. If you're just joining us, just to update you that a 5.2 magnitude earthquake hit our country today. We do apologize. We didn't take a commercial break. I hope the boss don't kill me, but this is what is going on. There are so much videos circulating around about the earthquake. So much videos, and it is something that we all need to okay, I am being told here that no damage has been reported at the cement factory in Rockfort in Kingston because of the 5.2 magnitude earthquake. There has been no damage reported there. There is a building that is sent to me here. You can see some cracks in the building, the upper structure of the building. What building is this? We don't know. Is this the Supreme Court building? Can somebody verify this to me, please? Is this the Supreme Court building that is, it has damage? We don't know as yet, but let us see here. Oh my God. This building has to be disbanded because based on what we're seeing, the structure of the building, and I don't know if this is the Supreme Court building in downtown Kingston, but based on what we're seeing here, we don't know. I must say this, that I am trying personally to get in contact with members of my family. I hope they're okay. We don't know if the Parliament building in Kingston, Jamaica, the Parliament is in session today. I know they're going to be in session tomorrow. We don't know if the Parliament has been damaged. We don't know. But we are trying to get a hold of we just spoke to the Jamaican Council General here in Miami. So Oliver Mayer for coming on to our program here to give us some update on what is going on in Jamaica, and also to update the people of the diaspora that should in case, God forbid, should in case that there is a serious damage in our country where the earthquake should happen again and something happened, the Jamaican diaspora up here is well equipped, ready to go with anything to assist our fellow Jamaicans. I have with me in studio here now one of my actually the program director for WZP and WZOP. Lisa, who's no stranger to Jamaica.
Not at all. And I got a couple of phone calls. That was me. Yep.
Yes.
A couple of phone calls about right when as it happened. Actually, my phone rang.
Yes.
Our associate in Jamaica, Toulouse, who works on it with us when we go down, called and said he ran out of his house. His whole house shook. Light poles were shaking. And I got another call from another artist who lives in Kingston. He said, people just running out into the street, screaming and whatnot. So a lot of chaos. Definitely a lot of chaos. I didn't get any reports of any major damage, but people definitely afraid to be inside of structures at at that time. I don't know if it's calmed down. That was literally that phone call came in as it was happening.
Yes.
And I could hear the chaos in the background because I guess the shaking was. And this isn't the first time that it's happened, but this one sounded like it was more significant.
Yes, more serious.
And it looks like the epicenter was a bit closer to the island than previous earthquakes that we've seen over recent months, because there has been a few over the last several months.
As what you said, they've seen that this has been very much closer to the island. I have been trying to get a hold of the head of the earthquake unit at the University of West Indies, but my God, I find he's so busy.
I'm sure it's quite okay. And there's always the fear when you get an earthquake of aftershocks. So I'm sure
or tsunami or something.
And we don't know, without getting any updates, we don't know what the situation is. I know my phone hasn't rung again, so I'll take that as no news is good news in terms of the aftershock type of thing. But I could lend a little light to what was happening in the areas inside of some of the neighborhoods in Kingston around a little before, I think it was about a little before 11 or 12 today. So,
But this is serious.
It's a very serious thing.
Yes.
Very serious thing. And earthquakes are nothing to mess with.
No.
And so if anybody is listening in Jamaica or hears us now or whatever, do inspect your home, make sure that the structure, because you don't want to end up hurt or under something should something fall on you, which is, like I said, why people were running out of their homes. They were smart enough to realize to come outside so that nothing from their home would fall on them. But quite a lot of rattling. Like I said, go ahead, Jeffrey. What you
I am just seeing here. Apparently, the Prime Minister has sent out an update. Let us see here if we can get this onto our. Hold on for me, please. We have a update from the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Most Honorable Andrew Michael Holness, addressing the Jamaican people.
Just experienced an earthquake. The preliminary measurement of the earthquake is that it's approximately 5.6 in magnitude, centered somewhere in Buff Bay in Portland. The damage assessment so far is that damage has been minor, but nevertheless, we're taking all precautions. All the necessary protocols have been activated. Here at the office of the Prime Minister, the NWA will be doing an assessment to ensure that the building is safe for Cabinet to resume. At this point, I want to say to all Jamaicans, remain calm. It is likely that after the initial shock, there are usually aftershocks. So you want to be in a safe place. That safe place may be outside until you have conducted an assessment of the building and you have determined that it is safe to re-enter the building. Again, remain calm, follow all the protocols regarding earthquakes and general safety. All our protocols have been activated, and generally, what we have seen is that the damage that has been assessed is not significant, but nevertheless, we are taking all precautions. Just to be clear, we have experienced some break in electricity and communications, but the report so far is that most have been restored. Our airports are open and we have not received any reports of death. And so we give God thanks for sparing us the worst.
That is Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Most Honorable Michael Andrew Holness. Hold on for me. Hold on, PM. We talk already. That's the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Most Honorable Andrew Michael Holness, addressing the 5 points. He says
That's what I was going to say. The takeaway from that, it was a 5.6.
Yes.
We were reporting 5.2, which was what was reported on Google Earth and a number of other news outlets. So for him to come out with the 5.6 number is newsworthy for sure. That is a piece of news we did not have and a piece of information we did not have before. So that is significantly stronger than 5.2. And like you said, so far, no reports of death, which is a huge relief to everybody in the diaspora, of course, who is concerned with their loved ones who aren't there. It's almost harder when you're away from a situation like that because you don't know what is going on.
Yes.
So at least there have been no reports of death, which is a huge thing. I guess there was some interruption to some communications, but he says that much of that has been restored. The airports are open, so that is also a good sign. Yes, Jeffrey.
Let us do this over again. Let us do this over again, please. This is WZPP and WZOP breaking news. News coming to us already that a 5.6 magnitude earthquake felt in Jamaica. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Most Honorable Michael Andrew Holness, addressed the media a short while ago, and we have a clipping of it here on WZPP and WZOP, the voice of the Caribbean. This is how we're going to do it. The Prime Minister of Jamaica addressing the Jamaican people on the earthquake.
Experienced an earthquake. The preliminary measurement of the earthquake is that it's approximately 5.6 in magnitude, centered somewhere in Buff Bay in Portland. The damage assessment so far is that damage has been minor, but nevertheless, we're taking all precautions. All the necessary protocols have been activated. Here at the office of the Prime Minister, the NWA will be doing an assessment to ensure that the building is safe for Cabinet to resume. At this point, I want to say to all Jamaicans, remain calm. It is likely that after the initial shock, there are usually aftershocks. So you want to be in a safe place. That safe place may be outside until you have conducted an assessment of the building and you have determined that it is safe to re-enter the building. Again, remain calm, follow all the protocols regarding earthquakes and general safety. All our protocols have been activated, and generally, what we have seen is that the damage that has been assessed is not significant, but nevertheless, we are taking all precautions. Just to be clear, we have experienced some break in electricity and communications, but the report so far is that most have been restored. Our airports are open, and we have not received any reports of death. And so we give God thanks for sparing us the worst.
That is Prime Minister of Jamaica addressing the Jamaican people and indeed the Jamaican diaspora of the 5.6 magnitude earthquake. We have been reporting all morning that it is 5.2. The Prime Minister has just said it's a 5.6 magnitude earthquake, Lisa. So that means that this is a very powerful earthquake. Very powerful earthquake, and as what you said before, it seems that it is more closer to the island than anything else.
Yeah, the epicenter is quite close to when you see the drawing on the map of the circle that it shows the epicenter is quite close to the shore.
Yes.
So
so that means if it was I'm no earthquake expert, but if it had hit the entire say the middle of the island, then there'd be more damage.
Yes, I don't know where the plates are for the tectonic plates that slide, that move when we have these earthquakes, which is what they are. They're the plates of the earth where there's fault lines. They move at times. I don't know where they go. Many of them, as we see, are under the ocean, so that's where these happen oftentimes. And like the Prime Minister said, you have to just be aware that there could be aftershocks. So that's what people need to look out for now. But generally, those are less powerful and less intense than the initial shock. So I think we are going to just say, I think Jamaica did dodge a big bullet because it sounds like the damage is minimal. According to, I think he would know best right away if there's been anything significant in terms of structural or infrastructure damage. So, but it's something to be aware of because this plate has been moving in my mind more frequently than I recall.
Yes, because in case you don't know, the earthquake plate ran from Jamaica through to California.
Oh, is it the same?
That's the same plate I've been told.
Boy.
So it is not really good.
No, it is not good. So when it becomes more active, you just never know what could follow. So the earth is changing. There's just no getting around that. But I can say honestly, I've had a call like what I received this morning, not quite as frantic, but several times this year. In the year of 2023, I think this was the third phone call that I received from the same friend who said, "My gosh, my house is shaking." And I said, "Oh, geez, well, I'm glad you're okay." So it just remain vigilant. That's all you can do. And it's a kind of thing. It's not like where we sit in Florida where we have hurricanes and we see them coming and they can say, "Oh, here's the track," and although that's changing now too. If you look at this last hurricane in Acapulco, Mexico, it went from a tropical storm to a Category 5 in a day, which is unheard of, and hit Acapulco as a Category 5 and decimated the place. So even what we once said, we would have a warning for something like this. We don't have that security as much anymore.
And not only that, when you look at it, it's as if the earthquake has been giving us some warning too. The shake here and the shake there, and the shake here and the shake there. Now, a 5.6 that the Prime Minister has just said, it's a major one.
Yes, we're going to have to see the history of the magnitudes of that the island has experienced. And I don't know what the magnitude of the earthquakes that devastated Haiti so much back to back were. I believe those were much higher.
Yeah, they were much higher, yes.
And of course, Haiti's landscape and whatnot is very different than Jamaica.
Yes, it is.
But it's still something to be mindful of for sure. Because of course, when you hear that, I don't know about you, but my mind goes right to that type of devastation. So that it's possible. We don't want to frighten people. Clearly, the one thing that the Prime Minister said is don't panic. So hopefully the worst of this is over, but they need to remain vigilant, and hopefully the government of Jamaica, which I won't add my opinion to that, but hopefully they will go around and do the necessary inspection on some of the buildings to make sure that that some of the bigger structures there have not suffered some cracks or things. I know you mentioned as I was driving here that there were some buildings shown on some clips and social media showing cracks and whatnot, and those are things. People be vigilant. If the government isn't going to go out and inspect the buildings, the citizens should.
Yes, inspect your
home, inspect your building where you work. If you see something on the lower floors like cracks in the beams or support beams that look to be a problem, report it to the proper authorities.
And based on the videos that I see, Lisa, if another one should hit, that's it. I am no building expert. I'm no earthquake expert, but based on what I have seen so far, it does not look good.
Yeah.
And I hear that they're saying that the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston has suspended all matters until the building is being inspected. That's what the Prime Minister said.
Which means there's some concern.
Yes, there's some concern.
Definitely some concern there.
Exactly what the Prime Minister said, that Jamaica House is being inspected now, and I'm pretty much sure they're going to inspect the Parliament downtown Kingston.
As well they should.
Yes.
As well they should. As I will say, this was felt heavily.
It does.
I mean, I heard grown men running outside
Yes.
and crying for their moms.
Actually,
you know?
I got a voice note from my one of my mothers. I call her my mom,
Mm.
literally crying.
Yes, that's the reports that I was hearing was
Yes.
people said that people were running out in the streets and crying and screaming and a lot of chaos, a lot of fear. It's frightening. It is a
Yes,
very
it
frightening earthquake is a very frightening thing because things just tumble down and you have no control over it whatsoever. So I'm just glad so far there's no reports of any
Right.
loss of life. That's
and
huge.
as what the Prime Minister said that the two major airports are opening. They're up and running. No death has been reported. The Jamaican Consul General here in Miami, Mr. Oliver Muir, is encouraging members of the Jamaican diaspora to call their friends and family home to see if everything is okay with them. And just in case anything should happen, he just reassured me that the diaspora stand by ready to help.
Absolutely.
They're ready to help just in case anything. They are ready to help. But for now, no major damage, no major serious damage has happened to, no death or anything like that has happened. If you're just joining us here in WZPP and WZOP, the voice of the Caribbean, earthquake hit Jamaica. 5.6, according to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, has hit Jamaica. He addressed the nation. And we also had the Jamaican Consul General here from Miami, Mr. Oliver Muir, was on our radio station here with us a while ago, encouraging Jamaicans here to call their family members rather, to see if they're okay. This is something that we never planned for at all, Lisa.
No, I know. Was it my text that got you up, or did somebody get you first?
Actually, somebody got me first pertaining to this, and I was like, "What?" And when I look again, I saw you send it in.
Yes, I saw. I looked for I looked for some credible sources to make sure I sent you credible sources, and rather than just I got a phone call.
Yes,
someone said their house is shaking.
Yes, so, we gotta go now.
All right, I'm up next.
Yes, you're up next. Thank you very much for joining us here on WCP and WZOP, the voice of the Caribbean. This is Make We Talk until tomorrow.
8 p.m. until midnight, and dance.